Bring down my mission planning, getting ready to ride. Stayed at a place called the Hangar Hotel. It's in Fredericksburg, Texas. And it's a 1930s, 1940s style hangar that's been turned into a hotel. And there's a little airport diner next door. So, if you have the money and the function to fly your airplane in here and spend the night, land right here and taxi up, go to the Officers Club, and have a good time. I met Brick and Hose here last night. Brick's a F-15 guy and now a Delta pilot. Hose F-16 guy, and he's a United pilot. And we were at the O Club and they were imbibing and having a lot of fun. And I don't drink anymore, so I'm up and ready to go. They're not. So what are you gonna do? I told them, hey, if you're not up by 8, I'm hitting the road. So I gotta go. I want to go to secondary roads and go to Big Bend National Park. A little chilly. It's probably 44, 45 degrees, but it's going to be up in the 70s today, so weather shouldn't be an issue. Cold tires are an issue always on a cold day, so that's in my risk assessment. Critters, animals are also a threat, and other people are my threat for risk assessment today. I categorize it as medium. Normal means normal risk for riding a motorcycle. Nothing extreme that I feel is necessary to think about. Anyway, I'm gonna head over to Hose's house. He's gonna cook some breakfast if he can get his ass out of bed, and then we'll leave. He lives like 30 minutes from here. And then I'll leave and continue the journey. See ya. There's two houses. That's getting close to Big Bend. It's starting to get kind of scenic. Yeah. Filming. There's going to be some cornering action coming up. Just throwing it out there. It's on 118. Oh, igloos. Huh. What are those? Little space igloos. Like they're on the well, taking a break here. Yeah, that's Big Bend right there. I'll tell you what, for Texas, that's pretty impressive. That's something you'd see in Arizona or Utah or New Mexico. But after driving through Texas for three days and not seeing much of anything, that's a pretty cool view right there. I think there's a way to get up there. I'm kind of going up and around there. The Fins of Fire. Okay, that's how it was formed. I think the two asses that I saw on the road were more interesting than how this is formed. Who'd have thought it'd come to the middle of Texas and see some ass? That's pretty awesome. Lights work. That's good. There's two little lights in the front. I wonder if this button right here controls. I have no idea what that button is. Nope, it doesn't. Alright, anybody in chat? What is that button? What does that do? Connie guys, come on. Step up. So the brakes are both working today. That's kind of cool. Tires not showing anywhere. Those Michelin Road 6s are good. We already got 2,500 miles on them. Nothing. That's my get out of retired F-16 fighter pilot. That's not bragging. That's just strictly there to get out of a ticket. And it has done that many times. The police are usually former military or kind of pro-military, so it's a good way to get out of a ticket. Alright, I'll keep on going here in a minute.
Oh my. What we got here is a Vista. That is a Vista. Yeah, on the National Park circuit, there's some national parks that are 3 wows. Wow, wow, wow. Grand Canyon, that's a wow, wow, wow. Kind of Bryce Canyon, because it's so unique, and when you first see it, it kind of blows you away. So alien-like, qualifies. Zion would be like a 2 wow, probably, unless you like it and get into it. I'm kind of basing this off of riding your bike or driving your car up to it. I'm not talking about get out, hike. So, Petrified Forest, I saw that. That's a single wow. Big Basin in Utah, that's barely a wow. Mount Rainier National Park, that's a 3 wow, just because it's so impressive to get up on that mountain. Alright, let's talk about riding. So, you guys, a lot of you aren't going to, after only having a year under your belt riding, you're just riding locally. You want to do this type of riding later on. Maybe you just want to go rip around, go on the racetrack. Well, I'm actually going on the racetrack next month, so I'll film that. I'm taking the Yamaha Champ School, the 2nd class. So I'll get a little footage from the racetrack. Kind of a different, what do you want to do with riding? You want to be a track day guy every weekend? Well, that's a different progression. A lot of construction, track day, that's your focus, track riding. You want to cruise like this, touring, that's a different progression too. A little bit different skill set. Some touring guys, they're not hoonigans, they aren't hooning at all. They're just chill, really chill riders. And you see them when you're on the road. Really relaxed dudes. To them, the Harley guys like that. They just want to go from point to point, bar to bar, and show off their tattoos and drink a beer and do their Harley thing. I don't know what it is. I've never looked that way. I got a buddy in New Hampshire. Shout out to Scribby. He's a Harley guy. And I'm considering buying one just so I can experience that lifestyle and see. I might do it. I just went to a Harley dealer and looked at it. Road Glide, it's a pretty nice bike. Street Glide, Road Glide, one of the two. And they're gonna get deals because there's so many of those bikes. They have a line of 2023s that they can't sell, 2024s that they can't sell, and the new 2025s that aren't selling. How long are you going to keep those bikes in there? Alright, so like most national parks, kind of drive up, look at it, you give your wow assessment, take pictures, capture the moment, and unless you're going to stop and really get up close and personal by hiking, done that. That's about all you can do. I appreciate the vista, grandeur. I've flown through some of this kind of stuff. Oh, flying through this stuff. Oh, that's fun. When you have this kind of this kind of development. And you're flying, here you can fly at 100 feet pretty easy through valleys like this. Here, obviously, flying 100 feet, you're going to smack the mountains. But you're going to pick kind of like an old open sight rifle. You're kind of picking that spot, like you're going to go right through there if I'm ripping along at 480 or 540 knots. It's real tempting to split that formation there. That's pretty cool. But you can't fly through national parks. So, but I'm just saying, there are places in the country where you're flying in this kind of terrain on a low level. And you're going so fast, you're looking way out. The mantra that we have is near rocks, far rocks, lead, check six. Near rocks are the immediate threat in front of you that you need to avoid and do some type of a pop maneuver and pull. Like if you're doing a ridge crossing, you're going to go up the ridge, roll, maybe all the way, pull, roll out. I'd usually do that. And then roll out, and then you're back into the low level because you want to maximize your time. Terrain masking is what it's called. So terrain masking is trying to stay under the radar signature of any surface to air missile threat or early warning GCI site that's looking for you. So here's a lot of terrain masking potential here. But I mean, even this little valley here, you're in and out of it in literally 3 to 5 seconds. That's how fast you're going. You pick a spot, that's where you're going to go, and then you do a ridge crossing, and then look down, where am I going to, and you look out far away. So that's near rocks. Far rocks are where you're going to, like, oh, way over there, I'm already looking at that ridge. Where am I going to cross that ridge? That ridge is 20 miles away, but it's coming up real fast. Near rocks, far rocks lead. If you're flying wingman, you're making sure you're staying in position. You're flying tactical formation, 6,000 to 9,000 feet flying abreast with a stack, so you're watching your lead when there's a turn and how you're going to make that turn. Or you might be in fighting wing, which is in a cone behind lead. Or if you're leading, you're the one leading and your wing is responsible for not hitting you or the ground. And check six. Well, yeah, you might get tapped. You might get tapped by, you might get spiked. A spike is when someone hits you in your early radar. Raw radar warning systems shows that someone's lighting you up. They're looking at you, and you have to react to that. You have to turn and put that threat onto the beam to try to break that lock, and to get a visual. So then you're trying to. So with bikes, near rocks, I would say would be the surface of the road. Now you're looking ahead, and you're seeing what kind of threats are out there. That's far rocks. Near rocks are what's right in front of me. I just want to take a quick glance, take a picture with my mind, and then look up. But I want to stay fixated right in front of me. Near rocks, far rocks. I'm looking ahead right now. Corner, exit, tighten up, then going downhill. All those things kind of play into my mind. And it's so normal now, natural, and I really don't think about it. But when you're new, you got to think about it. Well, I'm going downhill, I'm in a heavy bike. I got to stop. I got to brake earlier because there's a lot of inertia and mass heading downhill. You got to slow down earlier. And you're definitely trail baking a big bike into corners when you're going downhill. You got to know about that. How to do it. Well, like here, whoa, go fast. Not a good place to haul ass in a national park. There's times to have fun and go fast. I was cruising down here at 90, a little high-speed run. Straight road for 10 miles. And here, there's a lot of looky-loos, and I'm looky-loo too. I'm looking around too. I'm like. And I'm talking, so I'm not going to be laying it down. When I start doing some cornering and I'm videoing, I'm going to be more quiet. So I'm focused on what I'm doing.
Hey, great ride today. Went down to Big Basin. Mission accomplished. Saw rocks. Didn't hit any. Successfully made it back. No ticket. Made it to El Paso. So anyway, an overview of the ride. It was dusty, windy, kind of from Alpine halfway down. Some pretty good twisties going down that road from Alpine. So pretty good road. You know, and then when you get into Big Bear, it's 45 for speed at most all national parks, which kind of blows. Especially if you go to Death Valley, that really blows because those are wide open roads. So overall, yeah, it's a good ride. I don't think it's worth going down there like I'm gonna pack up the family National Lampoon Vacation style and drive across country to go see Big Bend. Nah, it's not that cool. I mean, most all of the Utah, California, and Arizona parks are way better. You see the same things, just rock formations. But check it off the bucket list. Did have a fun ride back. Starting to push it up with the cornering and actually scraped my left toe. So not thinking about foot position, didn't think it was going to be an issue, but foot positioning when you're cornering is important. You don't have your toes hanging over. You have your, what's that part? Right there. That's on the peg. And then there's a big scrape mark on my shoe. Just definitely can corner on that big beast. Pretty comfortable leaning it over, pretty confident on it. So props to the Concours 14 for cornering pretty good. I mean, it's no sport bike, but it did all right. It's just a lot of weight to move around. And averaging, just 90 miles an hour. and then heading to El Paso, 50 mile an hour headwind. And really happy that I had a fairing, because without a fairing that becomes real brutal. So anyway, good ride, and check in tomorrow with the briefing for the next ride. Birdman out.